All right. Bitcoin.
So Bitcoin is a new digital currency. It's a digital money that you can spend on the internet, and you can spend it in any country. There's really no limits, and you can also use it to send money from person to person from any country. So it's like PayPal, but it has much more capabilities. You can use it everywhere, and your accounts can never be frozen, and it can also be private. It's not linked to your name, and it does not have to be linked to your bank account. So here's just a couple of neat products that we're showing here at the show. This is called a deposit card. So this is the opposite of a debit card. A debit card lets you, or potentially someone else, withdraw money from your bank account. This deposit card lets you or somebody else deposit money into your bank account. And the Bitcoin technology makes this possible. So since Bitcoin is digital, your money is in a digital wallet, and you can have a digital wallet on your phone, either on your Apple phone, on your Android phone, on your tablet. So if I wanted to send money to this person, I would scan their instructions and I would send them money. And I can do this transaction any place in the world as long as I have internet access. And that's a pretty neat thing about Bitcoin. It's like PayPal, but it's on steroids. It's unlimited, and the fees are very low, and the protection for the business is probably the most significant advantage, because once the business receives the money, it's guaranteed to be theirs. There is no risk of a chargeback or a reversal like they would get with accepting a credit card. So that's the big advantage for the consumers. It's more private, it's more secure.
What are the fees then?
The fees for sending money from person to person anywhere in the world are virtually for free. If you're a business and you want to add software to incorporate this in your business, the fees range anywhere from 0.99% up to 2.99%, depending on if you want the Bitcoins converted to dollars or if you just want them kept as Bitcoins.
So, I mean, when I receive money on my merchant account, or when I sell somebody something, I have to pay a fee. Okay,
correct.
so what is your fee then? I want to understand this.
The fee is anywhere from zero to 2.99%.
Okay, because a buyer never pays anything.
No, the buyer does not pay.
I know, but in anything, you mentioned that's confused me. So now, they had this is connected to their bank account, this little card here?
For the merchant, it is. If the merchant wants to be paid in dollars. Okay, so this is a digital currency.
Okay.
A business may want to accept this because there's a lot of advantages to accepting it, but the Bitcoin, for either accounting reasons or whatever, they may say, you know what, I really don't want to hold on to these. As soon as they come in, I want you to sell them for me. And so we can sell the Bitcoins for them, and we can put a direct deposit in dollars directly into their bank account. So it makes their accounting easier, right? They don't have to create multiple ledger entries to deal with multiple currencies. They never possess the Bitcoin. But the advantage for them to actually accept this from a customer, probably the big one, is they don't have to worry about identity theft and fraud. When they accept a credit card from somebody, they're assuming a risk that that card could potentially be fraudulent. And if they're shipping merchandise, they can get a chargeback a month, 2 months, 3 months later, that they have to dispute and file a claim, and many times if it's an internet transaction where they don't collect a signature, they're going to lose. So with Bitcoins, there is no risk. As an e-commerce payment method, if a merchant accepts this over the internet, once they get the money, there is no chance that it will be reversed.
Right.
They also don't have the PCI compliance issues because they're not storing any customer's personal information. They're not storing the customer's account number, so they can save a lot of money on the compliance and security and the audits. So, and then the other big thing, if you accept a credit card over the internet for your business, there's only about 8 countries where you can confidently accept a credit card from where they have a reasonable level of fraud detection. With Bitcoins, you can accept a payment from any country. So if you're selling software, music, movies, any type of digital content, the whole world can reach you. But with a credit card, you can only sell to a small portion of the world. With Bitcoins, you can now sell your product to any country.
I haven't used Bitcoin. I've been doing internet stuff for 15 years or whatever, and I use my merchant account, I use PayPal, and I don't have any problem with PayPal because it tries to protect the consumer in case the seller is doing some fraudulent stuff. So, but what about if the seller does anything fraudulent?
Well, there are services that are like escrow services. So, because the payment is one way, the payment is irreversible. If you want to buy something from a merchant, and on either side of the transaction, it's typically the buyer's choice to put the money into escrow. But